Auzu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I hope all of the students are doing good. Today we are going to do para number 7. Let's to see what is mentioned in this para. This para is wa iza sami'u, and the topics we are going to discuss about the prophet stories and a prophet of Hazrat Adam's son story, Prophet Musa alayhi salam, and some about a little bit shortly some other topics given in it. Let's to see what the Prophet Musa story talks about. When Prophet Musa alayhi salam led the Bani Israel, the Israelites, after saving them from the Pharaoh, Allah promised them to bless them a land and asked them to enter it because they just came from somewhere else and they need land to just to live there. But they were too scared to fight the enemies inside that land. So they refused and said, "Oh Musa, you and your Lord go and fight. We will sit here." So, as a punishment, Allah made them wander in the desert for 40 years. So, this story teaches us always trust Allah. If Allah is giving you something, there is always gonna be something better for you that you might can't see at the moment, but later on you will realize it. And even if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking something from you, it might gonna just give you some kind of the harm, but we don't realize it on the moment, and later on we are gonna just to understand it because Allah knows the knowledge, Allah have the knowledge of everything that is present and absent. Okay, fear stops you from achieving great things. Now, Allah provide them a good land to live, but just because of having the fear to fight the enemies inside the land, they refused. So it was their fear that just to cause them to refuse and just to leave the blessing they're gonna get in the new land. Okay, next one is the story of Habil and Kabil is mentioned. Habil and Kabil were the sons of Prophet Adam alayhi salam. Both gave sacrifices to Allah, and Habil was accepted, Abil was not. And it was like Kabil became jealous and angry and he killed his own brother. So Allah sent a crow to show Kabil how to bury his brother. It was like their marriage dispute. They want to get married because it was the very first siblings they were the twins of two brother and twins of two sister, Habil and Kabil. And similarly, when Allah just to ordered them to just get married to the girls, Allah just to ordered for them or choose for them or via the Prophet Adam alayhi salam. And Kabil just got jealous of his brother, and and then he just to kill his brother, and then he was not known like how to just to cover it because everybody's gonna know about it. So Allah sent a crow to show Kabil how to bury his brother after his death because it was the first death in this dunya in this world. So he was not known how to just do the stuff. So Allah just to guided him via the crow. A crow killed another one, and then he just used his beak to dig in the mud, and then he just to put the crow other crow in the mud and then cover it. The same way, the Kabil got idea, and he just bury his brother under the mud, and then Kabir regretted his crime, but it was too late. And murder is a kind of sin. Allah said there is no kind of the mercy until having some limitations and some guidance in Quran, but it's the kind of the worst sin mentioned in Quran. Um, okay, the next one is moral lessons we got from here. Jealousy and anger lead to evil, right? So we should just try to cop up our jealousy and anger whenever we just do feel so. These are also part of emotions, but these are not good emotions. So we should always try to um, uh, surpass our bad emotions with some good emotions. Next one is learn to accept Allah's decision. Whatever Allah decide, you should just to accept it. Just like Allah make a decision for Kabil and Habil, but Kabil didn't accept Allah's decision, and then violence is never the answer. Kabil just tried to just do creating the violence, and that's why he was then punished. And Allah says because Kabil just to murder the first person in this world. So the murder or anyone is going to kill in this world to another one, it's going to be because of he started that sin. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give him the he's going to be the reason of the sin. So definitely he is going to be responsible of it. Next one is Prophet Ibrahim and idol worship. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he was also worshipping the idols. Firstly, I just like if you remember in the previous stories of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, I told you Prophet Ibrahim researched about it, like which religion he should follow. In their era, the people just do worship the idols. But firstly, he realized like idols are not the able that we should worship them and ask our needs from them. So then he started looking for an alternative, and then he was like, the sun gives the light and everything, and a world can't sustain without sun. So he started worshiping the sun. He thought maybe the sun is my lord, but when he just sought out, the sun just sat down, or the sunset occurs every night, and then he realized no, sun is not the lord. And then when he see the moon just to make their night brighter, and then he started like, might be the moon is their lord. But soon he realized the someone who created moon and sun is going to be his lord. So then he accepted it, and even he broke the idols to prove that they were worthless and powerless. And his people threw him, just because when he just do study the things, he just do make research and just try to be to follow the monotheism, the one and only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His people threw him into the fire just to punish him and keep him restrained from preaching monotheism. But Allah saved him and make the fire cool down. And then only Allah, more or less, we got from here is only Allah is worthy of worship. And the second thing is we should try to explore things to find out the truth, just like Prophet Ibrahim, and have strong faith, even if others don't believe. You should have strong faith, just like Prophet Ibrahim researched it and he find the truth, and then he believed it instead of following the majority, because the majority in that era was following the idol. Okay, worshipping the idols. Then Prophet Dawud alayhi salam story and Prophet Suleiman's story mentioned in this para. Prophet Dawud alayhi salam was the king and a wise judge, and his son, Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, was also very wise, and Allah gave him some attributes, like he do have the control over the air, like not the air, like he can. Allah gives Sulaiman control over the wind, animals, and even the jinns. Like he can do understand the language of the birds and animals, and he can talk to them, communicate to them, and even the jinns, he can just talk to them, understand them, control them, and make them. Both prophets always judge fairly and rule with the justice. And there is the kind of happenings, like sometimes the moments mentioned in this para about the Prophet Suleiman's story, when people came for the justice, even the ants story is given, and that just to teach us about be fair and honest in your decision. Wisdom and kindness makes a great leader, and everything we have is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Next one is the question I'm going to ask you. Why were Bani Israel afraid to enter the blessed land? And it's for Malik. And then Mukhtar have to let me know, what did Kabil learn after killing his brother? And um, for Amadou, it's why did Prophet Ibrahim break the idols? What special gifts did the Prophet Suleiman have for the Mati? And next one, we are going to do finally moral lessons. Allah trust Allah like Prophet Musa alayhi salam, control jealousy like Habil and Kabil, think and believe in Allah like Prophet Ibrahim, be wise and fear like Daud and Sulaiman alayhi salam. So that's all for today's lesson. I hope you just to understand it well. I try to make it shorter because I feel the previous some videos were a little long and you guys didn't just watch really well. So I try to make it short, but the main reason to record these videos is just to understand little bit the message of Quran. So the more easily you can just to adapt to things. So we should just to go with the same way. Okay, that's all for today. If you do have any question, drop down in the chat section. I will just get back to you. Inshallah, see you in the next class. Till then, have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.